Hello, good day. Today I'll talk a bit about the cycle of life. Life is cyclical, relatively, and this cycle is timed. And there are so many people fail to understand the themes, the subject matters, the cycles of life. And that's why this misunderstanding, misapprehension brings confusion. It brings violence. Somebody's been promised a bag of rice by weekend, but Monday, Tuesday, he goes ahead to steal a cup of rice. By doing that, the person is turning the glory that be agreeable to the blessings that's prepared for the weekend. They don't understand their time. They don't understand their cycle. Somebody's been promised wonderful happiness in marriage, in health, wealth, but they go ahead to abuse their body. They destroy their body, the body that we need to enjoy that marriage. So when the beautiful marriage finally comes, trouble comes, sickness comes, sorrows come, shame comes, pains come, barrenness comes, all those things. Infertility comes, low sperm count comes, because they abuse their body, before getting to that cycle, to that point in the cycle. Some people have been destined to be very rich by working hard. Then you see the person going to, steal, rob, get involved in criminal things, get corrupt, destroy other people, put other people down. When that greatness finally comes, they start looking for security. They start looking for protection. Because sin brings fear. Criminality brings fear. Relatively, if you're law-abiding, you have nothing to fear. If you're egalitarian, you have nothing to fear. But when you feel you offended people, you offended yourself and the community, that's when fear starts coming in. So understand the cycle of life. There's a time to be conceived. Conception has its own issues. There's a time to be gestated. Gestation has its own issues. Understand that when you're being gestated in life, spiritually, mentally, psychologically, intellectually, then there's a time to be born. Once you're born and you just come out of your mother's womb, or you're delivered of your mother, it has its own responsibilities. At that time, there's a lot of things that are expected of you. Cycle of life. Then growing up has its own responsibilities as well. There's time to learn how to sit down. There's a time to learn how to crawl. There's a time to learn how to stand. There's a time to learn how to walk. There's a time to learn how to run. There's a time, to rest in life as well. Then there's a time to end. There's a time to grow. There's a time to mature. There's a time to die. Understand the cycles of life. And every stage of this phase has its own responsibilities. If you fail in these responsibilities, you carry them over to the next stage. And that's why they bring confusion. Even in marriage, they say some people come with packages and baggages. Those things are not, some of them are not just afflicted or inflicted. Some of them are self-made. When a man and a woman first understand the purpose of life, first understand the purpose of being included, in this century, in this millennium, first to understand the purpose of being a man, being a woman, then that's a big problem. Many are struggling with their sexuality. They don't know whether they should identify as a man or a woman. Some people are so confused. Catch-22. Yeah, some people are catch-22. Their confusions personified. They are the embodiment of confusion. They are the personification of confusion. And they're trying to transfer these aggressions to others. Don't miss your priorities. So many people are so much in a hurry. Mr. A has made it. Mr. B has made it. You don't know the person's destiny. You don't know the person's purpose. Follow the timing of your life. Follow the calling of your life. This one is married. This one has children. All these are working out for them. This one has all the property. All this. It is well. Rejoice in your own work. Be at peace with your own work. All fingers are not equal. They're on this same hand, but they have different duties. This personality of this one is different from the personality of this one. The personality of this one is different from the personality of this one. The personality of this one is different from the personality. They're on the same community. These fingers are on the same community. Yes, they work for the same body, but they have different things they do. So understand your own purpose and begin to be the best in that field of your calling, in that field of endeavor. This one is short, but this one is taller. This one is shorter than this one. This one is taller than this one. You cannot be richer than somebody and be poorer than the person at the same time. No. Whoever you're richer than is poorer than you. That is life. Whoever you're poorer than is richer than you. Whoever you're taller than is shorter than you. This is life. You can't be a master and a servant at the same time. You have to take a stand. That's because we live in the world of duality, the world of negative and positive, male and female, day and night, up and down. Yes. So understand the circle of life so that there will be less violence. So there will be less suicide. So there will be less assassinations, less murder, less kidnapping, less corruption. So there will be less confusion. Understand the purpose of creation. And some people are living in a third world country where the government is as good as useless. Where there's no security, where there's no pipe-borne water, good road and all those things, good health facilities. Relatively, it's now left for the government of these countries to begin to do that which they're elected to do. Because in Africa, relatively, some parts of tribalism, favoritism, nepotism has destroyed so much. But still, we need to do all we can to overcome these subhuman tendencies, these animalistic tendencies. We need to do everything to create social benefits, to create social service, so that people will begin to live like human, so that people begin to enjoy life. People have endured so much. So, servant of God, understand your purpose in the scheme of realities and ask yourself, why am I included in this position? Why am I included in this organization? Why am I included in this family? Why am I included in this age, in this century, in this era? And begin to do the best you can towards making the world a better place. Understand the circle of your lives. Before you blame others for your failures, please look inside you. Ask yourself, am I doing the things I'm supposed to do? Is my life adding value to existence? What are those things I'm not supposed to do which I'm doing? And what are those things that I'm supposed to do which I'm not doing? Is my life balanced? Am I being the man I'm created to be? Am I being the woman I'm created to be? At this age, what's supposed to be my achievement? Have I achieved them? Am I in line with the purpose of my creation? Do I have spiritual synergy with my Creator? Am I obeying the will of God? Where am I? Have I lost my mantle? Who am I? After here, where next? Where will I spend eternity? Is my life adding value to existence? Is my life adding value to my life and to the lives of others? What is life after all? What is life after all? What is the beauty of my existence? What's the purpose of my existence? What is the value of my existence? What is the utility of my existence? As you're doing that, evaluate if there's any utility in your vanity as well, in your insanity, in your mendacity, and your verbosity. Ask yourself, is there any utility? Is there any value in this atrocity you're used to committing, thinking nobody sees you? Circle of life. Circle of life is full of ironies. But God has given you the spiritual gift to overcome them. Some have messed up their life. They're looking for a male child. They're looking for a daughter. Some ended up dying, God has given 5, 6 sons. What are you looking for a daughter for? You continue doing until then you die in childbirth. It's a big problem. God has given you daughters. If the sons are not coming, thank God for the daughters. Some people don't. They commit their soul. They are looking for daughters. And if the sons and the daughters come, pray for the grace of God to look after them well. Some wish they could even have one. All these things are vanity. We still leave them behind. Understand the circle of life. Understand the circle of life. Health and wealth is in understanding your purpose of existence. Glory is in understanding your folly. Understand the vanity of utility. All those you are attaching purpose today, it must be this, it must be this. They are all vanity. You're born naked. You're living sacred. You need to go. You're born naked. The grace of God helps you to live sacred. You will still go back to give accountability. Maturity goes with responsibility. Responsibility goes with authority, and authority goes with accountability. Ask yourself, am I fulfilling the circle of existence? Am I fulfilling the circle of my life? Are the thoughts pointing, into the right places? Am I ticking the right boxes? Ask yourself these questions, and you become a better human, become a better person. And whenever you go through all these evaluation procedures and say that there are errors and all those things, try to correct them. Begin to live beneficially, live gallantly, live bravely, live cheerfully, live gratefully, live graciously, live a life of holiness, live a life of cleanness, purity, live a life of mental sanitation, live a life of sanitation, a sanitized life, a cleansed life. Live intellectually, live beneficially. Stop living corruptly. Stop embezzling funds. Stop cheating. Stop being unfaithful. Live wisely. Live gloriously. And let Almighty God be glorified in your life. Here, I rest my case. Thank you. Remain blessed.